and welcome back to episode 12 of Retrospective Progression. I'm Aredawg, the creator hero, and today I think I'm gonna do that one thing I said last time. We're gonna go into the Nether and take a look at the updated Nether, but we're gonna come back to, of course, our standard look. Yeah, let's go do that. Ooh, the portal. You're still loud. All right. So here we are in the Nether, and ow, loud. This is what the Nether looks like with the modern version, which actually looks pretty good. But of course, this is the version we're gonna stick with for the foreseeable future. Whoop. And yeah, probably should be. I wonder. Can I actually use the sword? I'm actually curious about this. Nope. Nope. The answer is no still. Oh well, worth a try. But yeah, as you can see here, the netherrack is not as good. Glowstone's kind of meh, and a lot of guests are around. A lot of guests. So, time to go through the loud portal. All right. Oh, good. We got a couple bits of netherrack too. So, yay, good for us. So the main thing that I'm actually going to do in this episode is I kind of want to check out the border. So in order for us to do that, let us go over this way. And we're going to follow this path all the way to the bottom of the map, technically, since this is south right here. So here we are at 0, 0 in all directions, except for this way. This way is no longer available to go towards, but the rest of these ways we are able to get to. We are going to see the border that we have created around here. So we're going to start going in the positive direction, and then we're going to head in the positive direction. So positive X, I believe, positive Z in this direction. And let's hope that as I go by here, I don't get knocked off by a skeleton. So let's just start this. So here we are kind of at the border of the southern edge here. As you can see, we're right up against the border. And yeah, this is actually the first time biomes actually became a thing. You can kind of see a little bit of different coloration over there. This is supposed to be like a desert over here, and it's supposed to continue on into here, into the alpha lands over here. And of course, this has got some cool mountains over there, some as well as a bit of a forest or a plains or something. I think there were only 4 biomes. I'll have to double check that. So looking it up in the Minecraft wiki, the true biomes that are available are rainforest, seasonal forest, forest, shrubland, taiga, tundra, savanna, plains, swampland, desert, and frozen desert. So, not sure why there's that right up there. But yeah, this is kind of showing off the new stuff. So we've got our desert there. This is probably like a forest or seasonal forest or something along those lines. But yeah, we'll just continue on up this way. And here's corner number 1. This is positive corner, so positive X, positive Z corner. Again, we can kind of see that there's a little bit of a difference here and some interesting water features that are going on, but it is getting dark, so I think before I get my journey on to the next corner, or at least the next centerpiece, and then the next corner, I'm going to wait till it's daytime. All right, daytime, let's go. All right, so here we are at the center of east, I think. So this is what we're looking at over here. Not too bad. I'm not seeing any pumpkins yet, but you know, might see them later on. Let's continue. And here we are at the northeastern corner. Pretty sizable desert. A little bit of plains, I guess, in the middle of it. But yeah, if I ever need sand, until I get to the next beta level, actually until I get into beta, yeah, this probably will get my sand because there's quite a lot. Onward. Here we are at the northern edge. It's actually pretty good, and you can kind of see the line of discrimination right there. Update change. The next one is going to be actually a little bit more interesting because we're going to continue along this path at some point once I do this complete tour, and yeah, that is going to be one of the directions that we go, and then the other direction is going to be in that corner over there. So let's head over to that corner first. As the sun is setting, here we are at the negative corner. Now, I have already predetermined the size that I want to go with, so I want to continue this out this direction, but it's going to be 18 stacks of cobblestone as opposed to the 9 that I did out this way, and then 9 that I did this way, and so on and so forth to get this full thing, because 9 doubled is 18. Because I want to have basically this center in here be... I think it's 36 chunks on one side, so a total of 72 chunks on each side. So 72 this way, 72 that way, which means I'm going 72 this way, but I'm going to go 144 chunks in this direction. So from here and everything that's over here and over in this direction, this is all going to be alpha lands that is going to be saved. That stuff there and all the stuff that I've run through across the other way, that is all going to become beta lands eventually. So just know that might take some time to remove some of this stuff because yeah, when we get to updating the game, the region files change. So there's an alpha format which was pretty horrendous to try and update. There's this region file, which will be fun, and then Anvil, and then finally what modern Minecraft actually has. So, we'll leave that for later, but yeah, this stuff right here, this is all going to be included. All right, next phase. Here we have the western edge, so we've got a little bit of desert here as well, and that's going to be interesting. I do have a plan for what I'm going to do here is kind of a border thing. And as you can see, there was a little bit of water that was over there. Obviously, I want to, keep it as a gate, so that way we can just boat our way through there. But yeah, once I take a look at what we all have here, and once we've got this land all set out, I am thinking of maybe planning on working on the idea that I have for the walls here. They are going to be straight. Yeah, that's fine. I know it's not. It's an old school version of things, but whatever. I'm playing the way I want to play. So yeah, we'll continue on to the corner over here. And here we are at the final corner. So obviously we're going to want to continue along this way for 18 stacks of cobblestone. And then once we're over there, then we'll go 18 stacks of cobblestone that way. And then it's going to be 36 stacks of cobblestone between these two right over here. So 18, 18, 18, 36. 5 times 18 is 90 stacks of cobblestone, which I totally do have. Because yeah, I have more than just a single double chest of cobblestone. I have like 7 or 8 stacks of cobblestone, and if we're gonna use cobblestone walls just to make sure we're getting our sides out of here, I think we'll have plenty. And then we can start working on at least doing a basis of this wall right here, because I'm just going to worry about this wall now that it's completed. Once we get into beta 1.0, obviously then I can worry about these two sides and worry about this right here. But until then, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to worry about this. So let's go to our final one. Ow. Didn't see that. Here we are back at the start. Now there are some cool mountains over there, but obviously this is actually going to be relegated to beta land. So this is going to be beta 1.3_01, I think. Or is it underscore? See, I have this written down. Yeah, it's _01. With this specifically is because I get to get lapis in here, and if anything about any of the ore spawning rules is still consistent, that the ore spawning doesn't change until 1.6. And obviously in this direction over here, this is where you get the most ore that you can get. So obviously we're going to want to get as much ore as we can, which means this is probably going to be the best place to get lapis. There is a little bit of an area here that we don't have to worry about, and then there's going to be a little bit of area over there when we get into beta 1.5.1. So yeah, that's the plan. Unfortunately, I don't get to keep that, which is sad day, but yeah, maybe I'll keep an archive so I can actually just play around with that whenever I feel like it. So we're just gonna head back home. All right, so here we are at this corner again. I have my 18 stacks of cobblestone. I'm going to just take some time, go across the way, and once I'm over there, I'm actually going to do a quick time lapse of me coming back to this corner here, and we'll do the same down over there. I may even do that end of it, or I may just start over here, kind of leave that empty over here. Decisions. I think I'm actually gonna do this first and see what it looks like, and then I'm just gonna figure out how to show you guys what we've got kind of in the outer region of the center before we actually go into the center itself, because yeah, this is gonna be a big area, much bigger than here. This is gonna be twice as big, so I should get started. So I literally just started working on that. That's the corner I'm working on, and look at that, pumpkins. And we're kind of getting towards a place where I can actually just disembark and get some pumpkins. So I think I'm just gonna continue this on for a little bit. We are gonna break some of that, those leaves, because that's what I did when I came here. And just to make sure I'm getting the right number of stuff here, we're doing that. We're gonna chop down this wood. Probably should make sure I have an axe with me next time, because I may be going through quite a bit of wood when I'm doing this. And we'll come down here. So that allows us to come down here and look at this. This is what pumpkins were like in alpha 1.2.2b, and we can wear the pumpkins. I mean, yeah, but first pumpkin. Actually, I think I'm just gonna hold on to this one. Put this in our chest of firsts, because I don't want to like overlap it with any of the other pumpkins. So we'll come back with for those pumpkins later, and we'll just take this one back. Look what we got over there. We got a little bit of snow. I'm not at a point where I can get that, but maybe I can get myself some snowballs too, and maybe make myself my first snow layer, and we'll put that in my thing of firsts. Alright, so here we are with our first snowball. Boom! Snowball! And wow, just look at that tundra out there. In fact, I could probably just take a look around here just to see. Yeah, we got a little bit of ice right there. This is gonna be kind of a neat little area. I guess we're gonna have a northern area that's a little bit snowy. Nice. Made it back home, and now we can just drop off the snowball and the pumpkin. Yay! So now I'm gonna go get more stuff and continue working on this. Alright, so I've got the northern edge done. Now I'm going to head towards the southern portion so I can get the full southern edge done over there, and then all that's left to do is get that nice western edge connected, and this whole area we're gonna need to explore. So in that way I can make sure that all of this gets moved forward into our next update and into the relative updates beyond it. But to start off, because we are doing it this way, I actually need to pop this here, because this is an interior portion here. As you can see, the border is interior here. We're cutting out this from this chunk on, so what I actually need is for this chunk right here to be available. So I need to go from here. So it's basically I'm going diagonally right here. So we'll go from here all the way over to there, full 64. But once we get to there, actually it's more like a full 18. Once we get to that portion of it where we're going that direction, we're actually going to be 1 minus, because we're already 1 in here. So we're going to go all the way down here, and then we're going to go all the way over there. And then we're just going to get as much as we can done between these two areas here. So I'm just going to work on getting this. If there's anything more interesting, again, like the pumpkins I found, or the snow I found over in that corner, I'll bring you in. Hey, look, that's growing. Well, I've done it. I've got all the way around where I'm supposed to go. So 148 chunks in that direction, 72 chunks in that direction. So yeah, nothing more interesting out there besides some cool landscapes and such. I did do a little bit of a jaunt right in the middle over here, but other than that, like not much else. So we're just gonna do a little time lapse of me just running this whole thing, and I am wearing some diamond armor now because yeah, if I'm going to be walking this thing and there's going to be mobs spawning on this, I need protection. So, yeah. Let's go do that. As the sun rises for the last corner. Spider. Let's keep going. Jerk. After 2 whole days of walking. Yeah, this is a big area right here that we're gonna have. I haven't fully explored it to see what's in here, but yeah, this is a massive area. You saw that we had a little bit of a high mountains, one over there, one kind of over here. There's a couple around and such. So yeah, we got quite a bit of height here. We got a good amount of desert, some plains, some water areas. Like there's a lot to have in this nice little chunk right here. But yeah, I think that is going to do me for getting this up. I think next episode I kind of want to start working on getting these towers and this wall set up. I'm again, like I said earlier in this episode, I'm only going to worry about this length, which is going to be a big, long length. I'm not going to worry about anything else until we get to beta, and I think this is beta 1.3. So, yeah, I gotta go tear down something. So here's the next thing I'm thinking of working on here while I'm thinking about it this episode is I kind of feel like At this point, we can tear down this zero chunk mob spawner because yeah, we don't need this anymore, and our mob spawner out there should work now. So I'm actually going to work on that. I'm going to get myself a couple of diamond pickaxes. The top part of that cobblestone I'm just going to let despawn because yeah, I don't need that much. I mean, cobblestone is very easy to get, especially once you use a lava cobblestone generator. So I think I'm just gonna make it disappear like this. Yep, and that's gone. And I've also taken out that little tower thing that I had there. Again, I don't need it, and it actually kind of brightens this area up quite a bit because yeah, it's pretty dark here. So yeah, I think this is looking good, and it kind of gives us a little bit more headroom to play with for our centralized tower, which I probably should get working on making a little bit nicer. Maybe pop out some other stuff around here, figure out what I want to do up there. Might want to have some higher level elevation stuff here, maybe an higher elevation over here. I don't know, I'll play around with it. While I'm out here, I also wanted to take a look over here. I feel like I want to do something over there. And if I remember correctly, I think I did mention earlier on in the series that I wanted each of these quadrants within the beginning alpha lands to have like a specific role or something or other. And the idea I had for this one was kind of a dwarven mountain. If I didn't mention that before, well, that's kind of the idea. The quadrant over there was to be a city. That quadrant is supposed to be my industrial district, so we'll get all the different farms. Might not get all of them, depending on how our world ends up being, because I don't know if I'll have any like prismarine there, but yeah, and I don't really have anything for this quadrant yet, but you know, whatever. And then of course I have this big central tower, which is, you know, project number 1. Project number 2 is the Growly challenge. And I think I want to do a third project. So I want to try and rotate around 3 projects. Oh, you know, actually I have 4 projects now that I just remembered myself, because we just did that perimeter out there. So we have to build that wall that goes from this alpha to the last alpha version to the new alpha version that we're in currently. So that one shouldn't take too long, honestly, but still, that is a project. So the 2 projects I definitely want to get done in this phase of alpha is I want to get that wall built, and I need to get that Growly challenge done so that way I can move to the next alpha version. The long-standing projects, of course, that city over there, the industrial district, this tower, and the Dwarven mountain. Again, I'm thinking mountain first, mostly because I'll be able to slowly work on that, kind of starting at like a ground level. And once I get to enchanting, which I believe comes in beta, that's when I'll start like working on like underground stuff and digging further in and making bigger holes and such, because, you know, they're dwarves. And then when the world kind of goes into an update and we get another 128 blocks above us, then we can start shaping a bit of the mountain but leave the top kind of there, because yeah, we're definitely going to want to make sure we're getting into the underground once we get to 1.17, which I am thinking is going to be like years from now. However, you never know, it might be sooner than you think. But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably start working on the big project of the Dwarven Keep over there somewhere. We'll keep working on this, and we'll get to the city eventually. But I feel like I need more blocks in order to make the city actually feel like it's gonna come to life, because there's just some blocks that you need, industrial type blocks, more more than just the standard gray scale that I've got like right here. And again, I definitely want to change out how this looks because it's supposed to be creepy and scary. So we'll worry about that later too. So. But yeah, now that we've got that done, it's starting to look a little nicer here. We've got our perimeter done out over there for our alpha lands that we're going to be keeping from this alpha phase, and yeah, we're rocking and rolling here. I will also mention, I know I've been consistent for 2 weeks, and I know in the second episode, I did say it would probably take me about a month or two to get the second episode out, and I just cranked that out in like 2 weeks. And I've been consistent with every 2 weeks, but I've got to take some personal time, so I'm going to actually say it might be 3 or 4 weeks that the next episode will go out. So just FYI for those of you waiting in 2 weeks. If you are, I gotta say you guys are awesome, and thanks. So with out of the way, I do want to say thanks for coming along with episode 12 of Retrospective Progression. If you liked the video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Later.